I'm just now finding out that you're a big Yo Gotti fan.
I fuck with Gotti.
Do you?
I'm a Memphis fan.
I thought you were a big Dolph fan.
I like Dolph.
Yeah.
Can I not be a fan of both? I'm not involved in that. I'm not even from Memphis, dog. I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Well, that's true. That's true.
You can't like Jeezy and Gucci?
You can.
Not from Atlanta?
That's true. I just feel like Dolph and Yo Gotti. Well, no. Then Gucci and Jeezy. Those are both very intense beefs.
Yeah, again,
extremely intense.
I'm not part of that. I'm not banging with nobody.
Sure.
I am a consumer. You sell me music.
Sell me music is crazy.
Sure. Happy 2025, folks. First stream of the new year.
Shout out to Steve. That's a new name. I feel like I maybe seen him in the comments, maybe.
Hope we had.
But shout out to new stream watcher at least, Steve. Shout out to you, sir. You don't got to be from Memphis to claim those streets. That's Ja. Okay. Yeah, I see what we're doing here.
That's a good one.
Yes, the first stream of 2025. I probably should have put that in the title as well, but you know, we're gonna address some things.
You place too much about GELO. Oh, I didn't even open the damn thing.
You didn't. That's crazy. Connoisseurs, triple salute. What up? What up? As always, mic sound good. Mic sound good. I know y'all can see us, so we're good there. That's good. It's good to go.
It is Crosby something.
Oh, yeah, I should probably do that. Give us a second, folks. We got a lot to listen to today. Quite a bit.
Almost don't even want to turn it on.
3 tracks.
Did you find it, Crosby something?
No, it's still loading.
I turned mine.
There it is. Got it.
You got it?
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Great.
Okay, cool. No, don't play Tyler the Creator. Let me just make sure everything is. I don't hear anything. Why don't I hear anything? I don't hear anything from the.
Oh, hold on. I probably got to turn it
up. Oh, all right. Anyway, sorry. We're just trying to get these the Bluetooth stuff. Chill My Grass, is that a new painting? No, I feel like it's been here for the last.
To the right, to the left.
Are you talking about the one next to the Kobe painting? Or Kobe picture? Adonis Hardaway. Did y'all see the Skip Bayless news yet? Oh, boy, did we. Steve says mics are good. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. Look at you being helpful already. We like that. Helpful squad homies. Appreciate you, Steve. All right. So waiting for more people obviously to come in, and then obviously he needs to help me with my Bluetooth. Like I said, we got a lot of hip-hop news to talk about. Fairly slow behind the cape, but we got some things that we can discuss for sure.
Go ahead and try it out. Hey.
Oh, hold on. Damn it, now I gotta find the music app. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. All right, just want to make sure that worked. That's not the song. That's not any of the songs. I just wanted to make sure. We got a lot to talk about. All right, you ready?
Been ready. Born ready.
Behind the Cape first?
Sure.
Behind the Cape. What to talk about first? Let's talk about, you know what? These two things go hand in hand, and I think they're pretty interesting. So while we talk about the actual news article, or not news article, while we talk about the actual story, has anybody watched Apple Plus for free this weekend?
Apple TV Plus.
Apple TV Plus?
Mm-hmm.
They are offering a free weekend. Did anybody know about this? Because I didn't.
I did. I saw it. I saw the promotion for it.
You did? Okay.
We had already started a month-long series of it or like a trial of it. So
I was gonna say
we
they
didn't need
give
it.
you a good amount of times to get Apple
They
TV for
are
free.
always offering it. Now, do they market that they have like an ongoing kind of thing, kind of similar how Netflix does? I don't know if their marketing is up there with a Netflix in
Sure.
terms of that product in particular, but they do kind of constantly offer it for free for people to watch. Like
I'm
I know,
always getting bombarded with 3 free months of Apple
yeah, see what
TV.
I'm saying? Like it'd be up there for months.
Yeah.
They'd be trying to give you the content away. You can go watch seasons of shit and then never go back if you wanted
Yeah.
to.
So that goes hand in hand with the fact that America has spent 23% less on streaming services this year.
No, for
So
sure.
that's
I mean,
that's
so
probably because
there's a lot of things that go into that, right? Like there's the fact that I think people are just naturally more or less or have less. You know, I think it is a more strenuous economic time for a lot of people, especially in the western parts of the world where a lot of this stuff is even relevant. I think that also there is a void of original content. You do see some things that are budding that are popular, but most of them are tied to established franchises. When you do kind of step out of that box and get original, it's not capturing people, right? And they're not venturing to that realm all that often anyway. So
yeah.
most of it is franchise farming and nostalgia bombing you to death. So there's not really much room for original content or creativity. So, you know, I think a couple of different streaming platforms have found it to be profitable going about it a couple of different ways. Netflix plays the quantity game.
Yeah.
Right. They have their certain audiences, how they have their markets broken down, and they're going to push a certain amount of product towards you in a certain amount of time and just count on the math that basically one or two of those are going to hit and that serves you enough to buy the service for the whole year.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And
I
then
think with Netflix they do it in a patterned way to keep you always on there. There's always something for you.
I
at
think
any
the
time.
pattern is relative. I think the pattern is more algorithmic. Like it's
Yeah.
more tied to you and what you watch and what your interests are than it is to their actual release formula. I think they just push out so much shit that they know that there's going to be some misses in there. But if I can get you 3 times in a year, then you've pretty much established your value of a streaming service.
Yeah.
You can flip through 1,500 titles, and if you find 3 shows on that thing that you really enjoyed, that you were hooked on, one in the winter, one in the spring, one in the summer, you just justified yourself being bought for the entire
Oh,
year.
for sure.
There's streaming services that still can't do that.
Yeah.
Right? Like once The Boys goes off for some people on Amazon, they're cutting that shit off. You know, and that's just kind of how it is. Now, I think that Warner Brothers has leaned more into their original IPs, whereas Netflix is taking they're taking content from anybody. They've leaned more onto their original series to try to bolster the streaming services, running that congruently with their the linear stuff, the regular cable TV stuff. So Doom, Prophecy, True Detective was another big one for them this year. Those type of series are really like pushing the brand of HBO, not just the streaming service. They're kind of holding it all up right now while Warner Brothers and DC and all the rest of that Harry Potter relaunches, while the bigger Keystone franchises get their shit together. The TV series is what's really driving the brand right now. So they are going another way. They're going all in on series, and but also keeping them short, not going past 5 seasons. So we got to actually pay these motherfuckers something real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So everything's limited series, 6 episode this, 6 episode that, gives them maximum flexibility on maximize the content without paying them too much. So that everybody's got their give and go.
I think Netflix is really good with, like you said, like the shows that people are already stuck to. The I guess Squid Game could count as one of those, but more so the Stranger Things, the shows like Black Mirror, the shows that like are mainstays, even Love is Blind to a certain extent. But then they're also good at remaining culturally relevant through like viral hits. So things that it's like, oh, you got to go to Netflix to watch this. And they like through that relevancy, they continue to hold you through the mainstays that you stay for.
Sure.
I think that's something that nobody else does. So I'm surprised Max doesn't do that more often.
Did either of you guys see Nosferatu yet? Did you see Nosferatu?
I did not.
I took my son to go see Sonic 3. I didn't see Nosferatu.
I'm actually a little behind on movies right now.
Sonic 3 is awesome, though.
Is it?
Sonic 3 was a pleasure.
The series as a whole has surpassed 1 billion, I think.
I would say so, yeah. It's been doing really well in the box office this go round. It's kind of been competing with Mufasa there.
Mm-hmm.
But in any case, if I had to suggest one for this season, I'd suggest Sonic 3. That being said, I have not seen Nosferatu yet, so
yeah, still
on the list.
Professor Film Fan, what up? Tony Robinson, what up? Adonis Hardaway said he didn't know at all about the Apple TV thing. It goes to show you that they're not really good at marketing that, which is surprising because they do have some silent hits over there. So they should probably do a little bit better about that.
The Monarch series was another one. Mahershala Ali had a movie over there about like removing your consciousness and putting it in another like clone body if you were ever to pass away or some shit like that. It was called Swan Song.
Swan Song. I think I heard that one. Chillmonger said, I just saw your boy Matt Rife get rushed on stage. So did Burna Boy. Else is security staff. Yeah, I saw both of those too. That was
Whose boy?
The Burna Boy one was crazy. Nobody touched that guy at all. Okay. Ready for the next one?
Sure.
Denzel Washington and Michael J. Fox have both been given the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really ecstatic about the current administration, so I don't know how valid the recognition is for me personally. But I mean, I guess it's a good accomplishment for Denzel and Michael J. Fox, two people that I'm fans of, obviously. I mean, it's an accolade nonetheless, I guess. But
I looked it up because I didn't know exactly what it was for, and it can be awarded for any reason as determined by the president.
Oh my God! Okay, so this was actually just like a fuck off award. I mean, in any case, it's something you can put on your mantle and say that you had. It'll be written in the annals. Someday somebody will read it and think that it was ultra important that Denzel Washington received it. So it'll mean something to somebody probably far down the line. But as we can see it unfolding right now, it loses its significance because
there was a lot of people that got one this year. Apparently.
I mean, Joe probably said that shit in one of his manic stages where he was yelling at Jill Biden. Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna give a Medal of Honor to that Denzel Washington to prove people I'm not racist. You know, that's what you should do. That's what you do, man. I was thinking about Corn Pop the other night. And Corn Pop told me that's what I should do. Corn Pop was a bad dude.
He was.
Corn Pop was a bad dude. And even he said Denzel Washington should get a medal of freedom from the president. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do, Jack.
What is this list? Okay, Magic Johnson got one.
Why?
Ralph Lauren and Anna Wintour got one.
Yeah, why?
Lionel Messi got one. Bill Nye got one.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Okay. So we're just picking random celebrities.
Hillary Clinton.
Why is Hillary Clinton given any? So I guess we know who helped Joe Biden that whole time. He was fooling America that he still had a brain.
Yeah.
That he still had a functioning brain.
Yep.
I guess we can thank Hillary Clinton because what in the hell does she deserve a damn Medal of Freedom for?
And Bono got one, of course.
From you too?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Bono actually does a lot of philanthropy.
Yes, he does.
If there's one. I guess so does Denzel Washington, but it just doesn't feel like your standard celebrity tax write-offs should get you a Medal of Freedom from the president. But it is at his discretion. So again, this will probably mean something to somebody down the line when they can't see the blatant partisanship in it at all. But
Steve said, "I heard Messi got one too for bringing soccer to America."
Jesus Christ.
DeMarcus Vaughn, what up? How do y'all feel about Denzel Washington and Geno Jennings beef?
Geno Jennings.
Wow.
Yep. No clue. Explain. Elaborate.
Geno Jennings.
They should get Travis Hunter's girlfriend to be in Players Club too.
That's so funny.
That's crazy. We haven't talked about Travis Hunter and his girlfriend yet in that whole saga. Which, I mean, it ain't really none of our business. If that's who we love, that's who we love,
Pastor Geno Jennings denounces Denzel Washington's baptism.
He denounces his baptism?
That's what I've been seeing.
Is that the pastor who did the baptism?
I don't know.
Why would you denounce somebody's baptism? Who is Geno Jennings?
Pastor Geno Jennings. He said, no, that shit wasn't real.
It wasn't real?
No, he didn't say that for sure. I don't know. I can't find an actual article. It's all just YouTube videos.
Geno Jennings. Where do I know? Do I know? I don't even know that name.
Pastor Geno Jennings. I don't know that name either.
That's crazy. How you gonna denounce somebody's baptism? It's not very godly.
It's not at all.
Very Christian-like.
Right. That's crazy. Give the opposite of a medal of freedom to the one who removes Static Shock from streaming. All right, Joe Munger.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that was probably your boy. You know, that was probably good. Maybe he didn't want anybody interfering with the black that he was presenting. You know, got to clear the runway for his black for Mr. Terrific.
The Thomas and Friends creator passed away at 81 on Friday.
Yeah, man. The what you say, the creator of Thomas and Friends? Yeah. That was not a shocking moment, but it was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Hadn't even thought about Thomas the Engine in years.
I mean,
but was definitely part of the equation growing up.
Yeah, no, for sure. RIP to the creator. Do we have the name?
Yeah. Name was Britt something. Stay on there. Oh, damn it.
Players Club 2 is hilarious.
Her name is Britt Alcroft.
Britt Alcroft?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. RIP, for sure.
Passed away at age 81.
For sure. All right. Andrew Garfield says that he's not doing Spider-Man 4.
He's also a liar, so why would we listen?
Nope. He noted your distrust and said, hey, I know I said some things before, but this time I'm for real.
I don't care. Like, why would I believe you?
Because this time I'm serious.
Okay, well, thanks for that.
It was a joke last time. I was playing a huge prank on you guys. It's just a prank, bro.
Okay.
This time I'm for real. I'm not going to be in Spider-Man 4.
I wish I actually could believe him. I wish I could believe that I would never have to watch another Andrew Garfield rendition of Spider-Man. But unfortunately,
you know why you have to? Because he's one of the 60th. He's one of the 60 best actors in the 21st century.
We don't have to do this.
He is.
Well,
just deal with it.
No,
he's better than Will Smith.
Okay.
Oh man. Squid Game season 3 has been announced for its final season in 2025. I said that right. Squid Game is going to be putting out its final season, which is also its third season, in 2025.
I am currently tiptoeing my way through season 3 of season 2 of Squid Game, and I'm enjoying it. Episode 3 where you're playing Russian roulette? That was crazy. That shit was nuts. Okay. But I kind of tiptoe my way through it because I know I'm gonna have to wait a long ass time to get season 3. So I like the fact that there are certain shows for certain release models. I think that the way that they write Squid Game fits a bingeable model. There aren't any really breaks or true cliffhangers. They're soft cliffhangers. They're ties into the next episode, but there's no break that would leave you wondering like, oh man, what's going to happen next week? Like, no, they kind of seal up that episode for what it is and then give you the slight thread that's going to take you into the next episode. It's a clever way of writing it, knowing how people are going to view it. I guess that is a positive of the over analytical way that Netflix makes their content, because sometimes you stumble on stuff like that, right? On being able to create shows specific to the way that people are consuming it. Mm-hmm. It's just, I guess when it takes that damn long to make it, it kind of makes it a bummer. So
I hear that. I guess the problem I haven't watched it yet. I plan to very soon. But I feel like I need to consume it quickly because I'm sure there's something right around the corner that's going to have to take up more of my time. So as much as I want to sit there and like hold on to it for a little while, I just know the next thing is going to be right.
Go ahead, get that out. that out.
Tony Robinson said what he meant was he will not be in the trailers, but he's in the movie.
Okay. Quit hating on Garfield, best Spider-Man. Mo Fly, we've been through this. I can't keep having this argument. The man doesn't belong in the pantheon. But again, if you like him, I can't say I love him, but we'll argue from opposite ends of the ring.
Yo, Andrew Garfield, I feel like is a good actor. He's just not a good Spider-Man.
He wasn't Hacksaw Ridge.
I don't think I've seen Hacksaw Ridge.
It was a movie about a guy who didn't want to fight and was against war, but joined the army.
I don't think I can look directly at you.
Sounds like an Andrew Garfield film to me.
Yikes. Looking directly at you with those glasses on are crazy.
A conscientious objector.
Yes.
The most befuddling thing to me. I guess if you get drafted, that's one thing. That man joined up. He signed up.
What? Talib Kweli defends Fat Joe.
Okay.
I don't even
think you want to know.
So, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even think you want to entertain it.
I really don't. I'm not going to. That's literally one of the suggested videos under this live stream.
If you do end up talking about it, you make sure you do your research. You watch that.
Facts.
Watch that video for 12 hours all the way through. Write a dissertation on it, and then have it peer reviewed by 7 of your peers before you speak on it publicly, because that is now the bar for
all of our videos.
Entering into the marketplace of ideas. Need to be well researched.
That was everything for Behind the Cape. So if you want to send us out on that one,
okay, yeah, definitely. Let us know what you thought about our takes there for Behind the Cape. Put your takes for this week's entertainment news in the prompt below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe for the first Back of the Cape of 2025. Doing it big this year. Come back next week for some more.
Back of the Cape?
Did I say Back of the Cape? Behind the Cape. Back of the Cape is crazy.
Yeah, it's very crazy. Absolutely, though. Make sure you check out our playlist full of Behind the Cape from previous weeks where we discussed obviously different things. I think the last one was about Howard the Duck. So make sure you check that one out. And then make sure you subscribe. Like you said, we like to do this every Thursday at 10 o'clock.
Bathroom break for you.
Well, the good news is we don't have to do a lot of research for, we kind of do actually. So for some of the things that we're going to discuss.
Oh, it's a lot of shit.
It's a good amount of shit. All right, chat. Marcus thinks we're not going to do something, but we're definitely going to do something here today. Just letting y'all know. It involves the title of the video. All right, let's see. Yeah, we got 3 songs to listen to. Drake dropped a freestyle, so obviously we got to go ahead and look into that as much as we can. Kendrick might be beefing with another rapper, maybe, if he takes the bait. And what else we got to talk about? Now we got to talk about this whole Skip Bayless situation, because Jesus Christ, that shit just kind of showed up on the timeline right before the pod. We got to talk about, who we got to talk about? We got to talk about a Back of the Bus favorite who has also got a weird case. No, not Baca, but somebody got a weird case, and we're going to discuss it. A frequent visitor of our W's and L's.
Tyler Perry.
No, not Tyler Perry. Surprisingly so.
Charlemagne.
Not Charlemagne. Very close with Charlemagne, though.
Amanda Seals.
No.
DJ Envy.
Not DJ Envy.
Angela Yee.
Angela Yee.
Angela Yee. Ooh, I've got some names on.
I thought you were going to the bathroom. He didn't drop a freestyle. It has to be leaked or is viable defamation. Stop it. Either way, I still have access to it, I think. Now that you mentioned that, I got to check to see if I still have access to it. Maybe it got taken off of X. No, I still have access to it. We're good. It don't even matter. Drake didn't even drop the best song this weekend. But we'll get to that later. Mo Fly, why you giving it away, bro? Don't do that. DJ Envy is a herb. That's low-key a fact. At least for what he did to those people buying the homes from him and stuff. That whole scam and stuff is whack. I wonder what's going on with those cases, actually. All right, yeah, somebody's got a nasty case. I'm not going to address it, but somebody's got a nasty case. And I feel like there's a... How do I address this without giving away what my W or L is? There's a pandemic going on, and I just want to kind of address it. No, it's not that serious. It's not pandemic level.
A pandemic?
Yikes. But it's close. I wish. All right, you good?
Pandemic all 2025.
We on a pandemic. Boy, it's running.
We getting into it.
He's marked in my opinion. That's funny. Oh, Ross said DJ Envy is a herb.
He's a herb?
Yeah.
I believe it.
All right.
The man did get emasculated on national television. Willingly. Like, they had a discussion about what they was going to talk about, and then they went out there and actually executed it. And it was planned. You know, I actually didn't. I'm embarrassed to say I didn't give my wife an orgasm for years. I've actually never done it, ever. Didn't realize she could actually do it.
That's hilarious.
Picture me, DJ Envy, of all folks, right?
DJ Envy.
DJ Envy.
Here we go.
Oh my God. I almost Mo Fly, thank you.
No.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
He said that because I said that.
And I'm going first. Right?
No, you're not.
I am. It's my week to go first. I made you go first last week.
No, but I want to go first.
Oh, but it's your first.
I have to go first because we have to do this thing.
Play the music, bro. Thank you, Mo Fly.
No, Mo Fly.
Appreciate it.
No. All right. Anyway,
niggas is wilding.
Marcus, did you see Joe Milton went off today?
Joe Milton. So the same way that y'all claim Joe Burrow, I can claim Joe Milton, right?
Yeah.
Because you know he's a Michigan product. Hold on 1 second, folks.
Crazy Mo Fly. You shouldn't have said that. Now he's gonna try to take my L.
Yeah. All right, let's get it.
W's and L's, the weekly recap show where we give it up to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't. I'll go ahead and go first.
No.
I'll go ahead and take care of it.
No, I got it.
No, I think I should go first.
Nope. All right, so do we need to? No, I don't think we. You know what? Yeah, go ahead, because I know one of the things that you were wanting to get to in terms of playing was my man's Joey Badass, right? I know that was probably in there on the list.
Why is this happening? Why is everybody giving away my W's and L's?
I'm actually giving him a dub because the bars was ass, right? The video was trash. However, I like the spirit.
What is this? No,
I love the energy.
We're not doing this.
I love it.
We're not doing this.
I love the heart of it all, right?
Yes.
Like the calling himself the king of New York, the shooting the shots at Kendrick, shooting the shots at the West. I love the competition of it. It's unapologetic. It's within his lane. Did I think it was a hit? Nah. Do I think anybody gonna be playing this anywhere? Nah. Do I even think it's gonna get a response? It may get a response, but it ain't gonna be what he want. It's gonna be one of those big brother, little brother moments. It's gonna be like one of them sit down and be quiet for a second before I really fuck you up kind of situations. But it won't be anything like we just seen with Kendrick and Drake. However, I just like the energy. I like that somebody out of New York is standing up for New York. I like that somebody's attempting to stand up for New York sound, for New York spot in the culture. It's been a long time since somebody out of that area was running things, so
it's going to continue.
I mean, it's going to continue, but it's nice to see somebody, scrapping. It's good to see.
All right. So first of all, Might as well listen to it if we're going to talk about it. Sample's fire.
That's right. It feels so good to be back, man.
Let us know how well y'all hear that, by the way. Unique about to go in.
We just playing everybody music, the whole thing. Just a snippet.
Actually looking for the lyrics.
It's my life in film, baby. I just write the spread. Mr. Really put that on. They be counterfeit. I'm taking calculated risk. Too legit to quick and get you niggas acclimated quick. It's rules to this shit. Hold up.
All right, sample. Just a quick sample.
You're doing all right. It just.
So, first of all, this isn't Joey's first time dissing Kendrick. He dissed him after the Control verse.
Oh, I know nobody paid attention to that.
And I mean, that's because all the hysteria.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know nobody was paying attention to
that. But he came at him for, you know, obviously the things that he said in the Control verse. And so in this point, he obviously says things like, it's clear who the heir apparent king of New York, nigga. He says something about too much West Coast dick licking, which is a reference to Jay-Z saying the same thing. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that he's very clearly going at Kendrick and saying that, like, oh, you think you got it, but, like, come see me.
Brother, I mean, again, I respect the energy. I love the energy. Love it. New York. That's the king of New York? Because, I mean, he the only one stepping up claiming it. Shit. Who the king of New York?
If we're going bar for bar, if we're just going at bar level, like if we're just talking about bars, I think he's a formidable opponent. But after seeing
a formidable opponent to who?
To Kendrick.
No.
But after seeing the totality of how Kendrick can battle somebody, no, I don't think he has a chance.
And we not in the same, like, them niggas might go to the same school, but he's taking graduate classes and this nigga's still taking electives.
But I think that speaks to the everything Kendrick's going to do in a battle against you.
Yeah, we're not in the lyrically, we not in the same realm. Delivery, flow, content. We're not even in the same. No. Again, I am big upping the energy. I'm not big upping the product.
Right.
Yeah.
I think first of all, this is probably not going to get Kendrick to respond.
I mean,
it's going to need to be something harder than
he
this.
might get something light.
It'd be something light.
I mean, the man responded to Andrew Schultz, so it don't take a lot for him to catch you with something.
But I think if he came hard enough, and I think he can, he'd be arguably like close to a J. Cole versus Kendrick. Not the same, because even J. Cole is better than Joey Badass. But
yikes.
It'd be on that.
Yeah, shout out to Joey. Giving out a dub again to the home squad. You already know the Michigan Wolverines. Put that whooping on the Tide. The only thing that the Tide fears more than a loss is Michigan with the Tampax on New Year's Day.
Yikes.
Came up, sopped that wet Tide all up.
Don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide.
And the Wolverines.
Well.
And the Wolverines.
I don't care about the Wolverines.
And the Wolverines. No, man, it was good dub, good bowl game. Shout out to the squad. Good watch. Glad we beat the SEC team. Again, whooping them boys in the bowl season is always nice. Hey, all around good close to the year. 3 straight wins. Can't ask for anything more.
Yeah. Is Joey even the king of his block in Brooklyn? Is crazy.
Yeah.
And Joey Badass peaked on power, sir. He's unique.
Yeah, he did peak as an actor. I feel like he should keep working that lane.
I feel like pretty good actor. If he comes with the energy of unique, he can start talking to Kendrick.
He's a fair, anyways. Okay. All right. So that's my dubs. I am going to let's talk about Doechii.
Yes,
let's talk about Doechii.
Amazing artist,
great artist. I think she's really good. I think she is popping at the right time in terms of female rap.
Mm-hmm.
She is a breath of fresh air in terms of authenticity,
mm-hmm.
in terms of
performance,
Performing, yeah, she's a great
Tiny Desk
performer.
performance is great.
She's attractive enough, obviously, to get men interested, so they'll keep watching.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not overtly sexual enough that like that's the only thing she has to offer.
Yes.
Like she's clearly offering something else other than the sexual nature, but she
Mhm.
still got it though. Right? She is that total package that guys look at. Right?
Yeah.
She's pretty good, and then also she's got some. She's got some real life like scars, some controversy that I think helps her relate to people. And I don't remember who it was. Somebody mentioned it to me that they didn't like the fact that she was she talked about her drug use.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of walked that path a little bit and listened to the song where they was talking about it, where she was talking about it. I think she said something like I like. So I don't know. I don't even remember what the fucking line was, but it was something about doing coke.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so obviously she's young, right? She's younger than us,
Yes.
and I think that it's hard to make young people responsible for people that are younger than them. To make people who are naturally irresponsible or meant to be irresponsible at that point in their life be responsible for their image.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, you're not raising my kids.
Right.
I'm raising my kids, you
Yeah.
know, and no matter what you do in public, no matter how popular you are, it's up to me to kind of curb that.
Yeah.
At the same time, you know, people are impressionable, and it's unrealistic to think that everything your child learns is going to be from you.
Mm-hmm.
She's also, again, the more you dig into that, it's not like she's an active user. Like part of her story as an artist is being in recovery. She's sober now.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't shy away from the fact that she's an addict as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. In a perfect universe, your most popular figures in your community are good examples and they lead the community. That's you know, scenario A, if you can get it. I think the much more human realization is that these people are human, that they're individuals, and that they have flaws, and that people are going to have peaks and valleys in their personalities, and it's up to you to decide whether or not that person is worth following or not. Being impressionable, I don't think is, even as a child, right? Because you follow a lot of people as a child, and then you realize as an adult eventually, you know, you should leave childish things behind eventually. You know, if you follow somebody for the sake of being a young impressionable kid, I don't think you have that excuse at 35.
Right. I think to double down on what you said about people utilizing, things like their troubled past.
Mm-hmm.
To double down, I think the ones who are able to utilize that in some way to be vulnerable in their music enough to relay their troubled past in a creative output like their music, a lot of those people are probably some of the best artists that we have out right
For
now.
sure.
Like
I was just
The Weeknd with his drug issues, or obviously Doechii.
And it's not
DMX.
always just drugs. It could be it could be alcohol, it could be infidelity. I was talking to Tia today about Confessions.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is the greatest R&B album of our generation, because that man was willing to be honest about how he fucked up, about how he fucked around, and he found out, right? Every nitty gritty detail, from the time he went out and found that bad girl to Confessions Part 1 to Confessions Part 2 to Let It Burn. Walked us all the way through the grief process, from the minute he stepped out and fucked with old girl to the minute he had to break it down and tell Chili.
Mm-hmm.
All the way through the apology and the begging to get her back, all the way to the phase of learning that you ain't never coming back and you need to let that shit go. That man unleashed all of that, honestly, transparently, and gave us one of the best R&B albums of all time.
There's something in channeling your past discretions or your insecurities even into vulnerability and into making very open but obviously very honest music.
Yeah, I want to see her running around here talking about doing coke and popping pills and all this other shit? No, not necessarily. But if that's her reality, if that's what was real to her at whenever she made that song, or if it was just her experience in life, period, I can't I don't know, for fear of my child hearing it, I can't make her not say it, you know?
I think at some point your child should hear it. They should be over 17 before they get to listen to it.
Sure.
Because then they can understand what, all that is in a creative outlet.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Sure. Shout out to Dochi. All right, let's get on to the L list. First L I got is going out to Florida State head coach Leonard Hamilton, who is being sued.
Basketball?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Being sued for $1.5 million for, I think it's 6 former players over unpaid NIL payments.
Oh, I did see that. Yep.
$1.5 million for NIL promises not met.
That seems to be a growing issue.
Well, we're doing backroom deals, promising guys millions of dollars that you never plan to actually pay them. And then they come looking for that money. That's where we end up.
Yeah.
This is how these things kind of play out. And there's no ironclad contracts behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I think, other than Joey, who are the current spitters in New York? All I can think of is Dave East and Scarlett.
Scarlett is good. Dave East is good too, but like, there's got to be another answer to that.
No love for Harlem. No love for ASAP. Damn,
I think ASAP is
ASAP out the conversation.
They're a generation. Well, no, they're with the Joey Badass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Y'all ain't gonna talk about Ice Spice?
Absolutely not. She's already getting outdone by her successor.
You mad you thinking I'm poopy? You mad because you think of the shit?
What's the new girl's name?
I'm diarrhea. Rah.
I feel like if I Google search new Ice Spice, it's going to tell me.
Not new Ice Spice.
There's a new Ice Spice.
Let's not do that.
What is that girl's name?
Mid-East and Scarlett ain't getting it done. Damn, Mid-East is crazy. I still remember niggas trying to like hype up Dave East when I was in high school. Like, oh yeah, no man, you gotta listen to Dave East, gotta listen to Dave East. It just never took off for me.
He's good. He's just it never took off for him, like you said.
It never took off for me.
Doppelganger. What's her name?
What's whose name?
The new Ice Spice. There's an artist, a girl who's basically new Ice Spice. It sounds like Ice Spice.
Like what she looked like, the alien Ice Spice now, or the Ice Spice that came out, the one that looked like a human being?
She kind of looks more like the old one, but she's not as thick. I don't remember her name.
I don't think it's as necessary.
It's not.
I don't think it's necessary.
I can't find it.
We're lead off. Leonard Hamilton. Yeah, man, pay them boys their money, Leonard.
Facts.
Let's talk about Meta and the AI.
Meta World Peace?
No, the company Meta.
No,
the AI accounts that they plan to roll out in the new year.
That they plan to roll out?
Mm-hmm.
This is a part of business that they're doing?
Let's read about it.
That's kind of insane.
Let's read about it. So y'all know social media is halfway fake anyways. It's hard.
That's true.
With fake accounts, but now it's so fake that they're telling you that they're going to create fake accounts. So Meta confirms that they plan to add tons of AI-generated users to Instagram and Facebook. They will have bios, profile pics, and can share content. So making them virtually unable to identify from a real person. So let me get this straight. Facebook and Instagram are both free usage social media apps that make money off of ad revenue.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of ad revenue that they receive is relative to the amount of traffic that they can provide for whatever ad provider it is, right? So if I falsely inflate the number of buyers on my app at any given time with fake accounts, how valuable is my advertising space?
It's not very valuable at all. You're literally devaluing it.
What? This is the problem with advertising on Twitter now, is because most of the interactions on Twitter are either fake or involved with a fake account. They believed it to be upwards of 60% when Elon Musk bought it. So now you're going to introduce that type of volatility into Instagram. That's why I'm not arguing with nobody on Twitter no more, ever again. I would never argue with an individual I don't know personally on Twitter ever again. But now you're going to introduce that to social media across the board in America. I think increasingly that space is becoming more and more fake. I think when it was at its inception, when it was at its beginning, when we were just getting into MySpace and eBay and Hotmail and all that other stuff, instant messenger, it was a new space for for humans to connect over large distances. I think companies and corporations do what they do, and they filled those gaps in with bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's eventually going to collapse the entire thing.
Yeah.
People are going to stop investing in it because they're going to realize how useless it actually is. They're already trying to strip the amount of information you're able to get out of it. Half the reason for TikTok. The other way is data. Other half is data privacy. I don't want to get into the TikTok debate again, but half of that is striking people's access to certain information and certain conflicts that are happening around the world.
Yeah.
It's the way social media is headed now. The people who are in charge of it, the people that are running it, the Musks, the Zuckerbergs of the world, they are not the stewards of free speech that they claim to be.
Of course.
Matter of fact, your boy Elon Musk is trying to implement a negativity like guideline or threshold for Twitter.
Whose boy?
Like you get knocked for negative tweeting on Twitter. Is a thing he's proposing.
That's stupid.
Nick, the only reason why people talk on Twitter is to be negative. Let's be honest.
Literally, it's a negative cesspool.
The fake accounts that you're creating are being negative. They're the ones pushing the negativity. Anywho, yeah, that's Instagram and Facebook for you. So
disgusting.
Be on the lookout.
It's disgusting.
What was that? Metabots. Oh, D Wade getting an L for me.
D Wade is getting an L. Huh?
So D Wade was on an ESPN radio show earlier this week where he was talking about the state of the Lakers season, the roster. They just made a trade with the Nets, sending D'Lo back to the Nets again for Dorian Finney-Smith. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, y'all.
Twitter is a negative wormhole. Facts. Big facts. So, fellas, why Sam Wilson don't have a love interest like the other Marvel heroes in their solo movies? Because when it comes to watching Sam Wilson in a movie or a series, I guess, the only thing that anybody cares about is the fact that he can't afford things. And so that's why he takes trips to the bank to talk to bankers and he can't get a loan. That's what people care about, not his love interest. Just throwing that out there. It's really going to bother me if I don't find out who this Ice Spice girl was. She made a song and everything. Nobody knows what I'm talking about? Nobody cares? Okay. I feel it. Okay, let's see. Did I miss anything on here? Joey Badass peaked on Mr. Robot. Yeah, I really do feel like if Joey Badass wanted to go at Kendrick Lamar, I mean it's a losing battle for sure, but I do feel like he can at least attempt, and it'll be a good attempt. Much better than what happened with him and Drake. Just saying. I feel like there's probably less out there on Joey Badass. And then on top of that, I think Joey Badass is a better rapper. Like when it comes to this beef shit, I feel like Joey Badass is going to actually come to play. Whereas Drake has been in sorrow land for like the past 3 months about getting his ass whooped on wax. So I don't know. You good? Yeah.
All right about that, yo. What? I left my damn phone.
Yikes.
There we go. Oh shit. Sorry about that. Okay. D Wade.
Hold on. Oh, no. Oh, what's my name? Oh, no.
Not necessary.
I could be singing another song, but I'll wait.
What's going on, Fatal J? Perk Minded. What's going on,
So
brothers?
extreme.
All right, so
Planet Fanatics in it. Okay.
oh, that's
What
not
up,
Perk Minded.
Darius?
Planet Fanatics. What's going on?
What up, Darius?
Um,
Too bad you missed the part where we talked about barbs.
what the hell was I talking about? We did not discuss them. Don't get them riled up. Okay, D Wade, sports radio show, talking about the Lakers, the prospects of the season. Talks about how they're not serious, they're not a competitive team. Crazy that we keep doing this year in, year out, and LeBron's still on the squads. Everyone's fault except for LeBron. Anyways, Dwayne's expert analysis in basketball is for the Lakers to basically mail it in and to start developing Bronny. We want to see Bronny in the lineup now.
Oh my God, that's great advice.
I wish Dwayne Wade mini stubbed toes and a trip down the stairs. Not a bunch of stairs. I don't want him critically hurt or anything like that. Just enough for him to have to like walk with a limp for a few days.
That is insanely good advice.
Just like walking with a hobble for a few days because you tripped down the last step or some shit like that. Because shut up. Nobody wants to see that. No one is asking for that. We want the man to play in away games in the fucking G League, not get called up to the NBA. Like, how embarrassing are y'all going to actually make this shit? It wasn't enough that you got the man drafted. It wasn't enough that you told other NBA teams to stay away from him as if they were going to pop out of the woodwork and draft his ass anyway. It's not enough that you got him on a guaranteed deal. It's not enough that he has a two-way contract where he's playing with the Lakers and the G League. It's not enough that he doesn't have to get on commercial flights to play for away games. But now Uncle D Wade is on the ESPN airwaves calling for the Lakers to play Bronny James because they're not a competitive team. I wish the NBA the lowest ratings of their career this season.
Damn.
I hope that the Lakers find a trade partner for LeBron in this whole clutch management thing that's happening right now, where entertainment value is more important than basketball on the court.
Yeah.
I'm through with it all. Done with it all.
Two things. One, I don't want that trade partner to be the Cavs. I don't want anything messing up what they got going on right now. And two, the irony in the fact that he wants to develop Bronny and not the first round draft pick that they took.
Yeah, not Dalton Ketch. Now we want to see more Dalton Ketch. Now we want to see more Max Christie, who just had 28 points the other night.
No, Reeves.
No, I want to see Bronny. I want to see Bronny. I want to see 2.5 points a night. That's what I want to see.
Rella G's, that's what it is.
Poor Ice Spice that melted. That's crazy.
Rella G's, that's exactly what I was talking about. She's trying to look like Ice Spice and made a song like hers.
Fatal J, what's up, fellas? Why Sam Wilson don't have a love interest like other Marvel heroes or solo movies? Because they don't respect that man. I did hear though that they were trying to introduce a love interest in this movie, and it didn't go well in the screening. So
didn't that? Yeah, that was like one of the first.
And it didn't go well in the screenings. Is one of the first things that they cut. Now imagine this: a guy who's been in the MCU for I don't know, going on 10 years now. At least 10 years, right? 2015? At least 10 years he's been in the MCU. And we're trying to introduce his long-lost love interest in his first solo film in 2025. In February of 2025. We're trying to introduce her. Not we're bringing her back. This isn't Jane Foster. It's not Betty Ross. Now we're going to be doing in his movie. They're bringing back Bruce Wayne's love interest in this movie, and that man don't even have a love interest. You finding a way to rekindle old superheroes' love interest from a begotten form of Hulk. That was Ed Norton's Hulk.
Yeah.
But you bringing back love interest from that movie before you give Sam anything to feel on. The disrespect. And then you wonder why people don't respect him as Captain America, because you don't treat him like Captain America. You treat him like Captain Replacement.
Captain Falcon.
Captain Quota.
Yo.
Captain Token.
Captain DEI.
Now, I was trying to avoid that.
I know. I know you were. Fatal J, thank you for reminding me of the new Redman album. I did actually want to listen to that.
Mr. Late, what up? Blue, what's going on, dog?
What up, Blue? Ed Norton was the best Hulk. Yeah, that's fact.
Dalton catches the truth. He is. Boy, nice. Carol was supposed to be his love interest. Carol Danvers? Man, get out. We wasn't doing that.
Get out. That's crazy.
We ain't doing that. We ain't even about to play around with that. Anthony Mackie and Brie Larson in a love interest. He
said he meant Misty Knight.
Misty Knight, yes, Misty Knight is supposed to be. But
I casted her.
I do think that what's the name? I thought that Carol Danvers and Sam Wilson did have a thing. Oh no, that was War Machine.
That was War Machine.
That was War Machine that had the thing with Carol Danvers.
Yep.
Yeah, that wasn't going to happen.
Disgusting.
Don Cheadle
and Brie Larson is crazy.
Yo,
I'm here for it.
Don is looking at me from his 60-year-old mantle, and he's like, well, "What you mean? What you talking about?"
Don leans over for a kiss, and then Brie Larson looks at him like, "Damn."
Like, yeah, because you know I'm 56. Damn. Okay. Joe Budden, get my last L. Joey B. So this started off as something comical to me. Like I was actually laughing when I was reading through this story at first, and then the more it went on, it got less and less funny. And to the point that I seen them recording the pod this week, not at Joe's house, in a small ass room somewhere without Joe.
Okay, let me intro.
So yeah, go ahead.
Well,
give us the rundown of the entire situation.
All right, so I have a roller coaster listening relationship to the Joe Budden podcast. Sometimes I'm listening to it, sometimes I'm fucking not. Oh, by the way, hey Joe. So I haven't really been watching it, but I keep seeing clips on my timeline of them being in the old studio. It was the old studio with all the little weird fucking evil-esque paintings behind them and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one where like Maul was there and Rory was there. So that's like their old. I think it's Parks's basement. I think.
Okay.
But that is separate from the weird case.
Yeah, I don't know, but why would we just be recording there all of a sudden without Joe?
Well, okay, so
because they can't go to Joe's house for some reason. Why would they not be able to go to Joe's house for some reason?
That wasn't Joe's house. That's the thing.
The
new place that they've been doing it for the longest. That's not Joe's house.
Oh, that's just the little joint looking at Manhattan Beach.
That's just a set.
That's not real house.
That's just a set.
Oh, they've been fooling me. They've been fooling me. They've been doing all this big money talking. I thought that was Joe's house over there looking out over the harbor.
And so what's been happening with that is the fact that I guess the person who's renting it to them or whatever has been cool with it, but the neighbors have not been cool with it, and they brought it up to the city, and so they had to get out of there.
The neighbors?
Yeah, neighbors of whatever, I guess, apartment maybe that they were shooting in.
What could be your possible problem with me recording a podcast next to you? Like, what's the issue?
I don't think it's anything that they do while they record. I think it's probably
shit that they doing afterwards.
Could be.
Okay, all right.
But that has nothing to do with the reason why he has a weird case now.
Yeah, so apparently your boy was wandering around in his apartment. That's so funny now that I know that that's not his, because I'm thinking the whole time that's where all this shit happened at, like right outside that.
When I first heard this, because I wasn't watching the pod, I thought the same thing.
So I'm like, so apparently he's wandering around, middle of the night, middle of the day, goes and starts punching in his door code. He's butt ass naked. Only he's not at his door. He's at his neighbor's door. Now they have a Ring camera. Apparently the Ring camera caught the whole ordeal, caught him naked. The Ring camera sends out alerts, right? So I'm at first, here's where I'm stopping at. I'm stopping at he was punching in the key and then he realized he wasn't at his door and then went to his door. I'm like, okay, this man drunk or he high or something, but he just wandered out of his apartment for some reason, was just wandering around, and it was a mistake. Like, this is something to laugh at. But then they have a Ring camera. The notification for the Ring camera sends out to the fucking children. So a 12-year-old. So Joe,
I did hear something about that.
Saw Joe Budden's naked ass. Now we're involving minors, lewd acts in front of minors. So now it's a little bit more serious than what it was prior. It ain't all that funny.
I don't know how true that part is, just because I tried to go back and look for information on that and I couldn't find anything.
No, that part is legit. That part is in the what do you call it? The complaint, the criminal complaint.
Yeah, there's a complaint. So you mentioned that you don't know if he was just twisted, he was drunk, he was high or whatever. He says that he was sleepwalking.
No, Joe, no.
And he has mentioned on the podcast before
that he sleepwalks?
Situations of him sleepwalking.
Does he have an actual diagnosis of being a
I don't. I
because
just
that
know
can save him. That could like a legit slave.
He's mentioned it on the pod before
about him sleepwalking,
but I don't know if it's official diagnoses or whatever.
Fam, you better have a doctor on speed dial ready to testify that is what's going on.
That's what he's been saying, is that he's been sleepwalking. As far as the official complaint, I have the picture of it here that I bookmarked somewhere. God damn it, where did it go? Okay, so I don't have the complaint. I lied.
Hey Joe, big fan of your battle versus Hollow.
No, you're not. You're not.
Plug, Showmonger.
You're not a fan of his
battle. That was
battle
a condo he rented to do the pod.
Hollow. Man. He did terrible against Hollow.
From an affluent neighborhood, and they didn't want that shit there. It's a podcast. They was sitting down talking.
Here we go. On December 4th, 2024, at approximately 7:21 in the morning. Crazy. Already crazy.
Yeah, early in the morning. Okay.
The Edgewater police were dispatched to an apartment complex for the report from a resident that a man was standing outside of their apartment door completely naked. The caller recognized the man as neighbor Joseph Budden Jr., a 44-year-old male. The caller was alerted to Budden by their doorbell camera. The video depicted Budden attempting to enter code into the door keypad several times before re-entering his own residence across the hall. As a result of police investigation, Budden was charged with lewdness, disorderly persons offense on a complaint summons. Chief Martin states that these charges are merely accusations and that the defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Again, I don't see the scenario where this man gets caught without his clothes and then goes to the wrong door if he's not under the influence. So I'm willing to say that he was drunk or something like that, fell asleep where he shouldn't have. Why did he fall asleep naked? Don't know. Can't explain to you.
Another thing that he apparently says on the pod quite a bit, that he sleeps naked.
Why are you
hate that I know
in
that
public?
But that's
that's wild.
But
why?
In my research,
sure.
I have heard on the pod. That has also been mentioned on the pod before.
But why are you naked outside of your house? Though?
Because he's sleepwalking and got out of his house somehow.
Okay, so he sleeps naked. He walked out of his house, came back. Why are you confused about where your door is at?
Because he's sleepwalking.
But no.
And in sleepwalking,
but
you're often
you're
confused.
not that. You are not that. So you walked all the way back to your apartment, went to the keypad to start entering your code. You're not awake yet? You're not awake yet? You walked out of your house. You walked all the way back to your apartment. So you were wandering aimlessly when you were sleepwalking out. But then you had clear direction and you were able to do directional shit when you were coming back.
Let it be known,
you're not awake.
I am not playing Joe Budden advocate here. I'm joking.
I'm confused as to how all this played out.
I think it's actually kind of funny.
I think I was drunk is a much better excuse than I was sleepwalking. Unless he actually was sleepwalking.
I was gonna say you're still definitely getting charged with if you're drunk, you're getting charged with it. Whereas if you're sleepwalking, I don't know that you get charged with it. Because then you can claim maybe temporary insanity.
Bruh.
Whereas if you're drunk, you can't do that.
Yeah, but you also have to prove that you be sleepwalking.
Yeah, I know.
And that you didn't just make this shit up.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so also here's a tweet from Milagro, Mob's World, that says, update. Things have been seemingly gone from bad to worse as new details concerning Joe Budden being charged for lewdness have been revealed. According to TMZ, according to this tweet, the complaint says that 2 juvenile females, along with an adult female, witnessed Joe Budden naked trying to enter their residence after allegedly putting the wrong code in the fob live on their phones.
Yeah, they got that.
So that's where that
the ring camera thing. That's crazy. You just at school trying to drink your juice box, playing on the playground. All of a sudden, old man butt.
At 7:21 in the morning,
They was eating breakfast. They was just getting to school.
just waking up. Crazy.
Embarrassing, Joe. Embarrassing. Crazy. That's my dubs and L's though. That's the whole
shit
list.
Gets crazy, scary,
stupid, hilarious.
Yeah. Yep. That's what this case is. All right. Let's start off with my dubs. First dub. Oh, you know what? No. Let's start off with my L's, actually. That'll be a better way to do this. So first L goes to Lil Baby.
Ooh.
Goes to Lil Baby.
I used to roast Gunna so hard because I'm like, man, the only reason why these collabs is successful is because of Lil Baby, because Lil Baby's motion. This nigga Gunna weak. And now everybody loves Gunna and everybody hates Lil Baby, and it's just like the world is on his head.
That is a fact. And you know, obviously, the reason why I'm giving the L to Lil Baby is because he just released his Wham album, and I just feel bad. I feel bad because he released this album at such an inopportune time. It's probably one of the worst weekends to do so. Simply for the fact that you got guys out here, you know, on a whim, releasing music like this.
Turn this shit off.
I hate how low it is, but it's still one of the best songs out here. I'ma swerve on the corner, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
This nigga sound like a franchise boy.
It sound like Cash Money.
You do sound like some Cash Money shit.
Who knew LiAngelo had this in him? I don't know if I like the two voices going at the same time like that. Him doing the low voice and the high voice, I don't know if I like that. It's still this song is still hard.
This is not Super Saiyan. This is not ZO2s. Those songs were good.
This song is good.
No, it's not. This shit would have been good in 04.
It's good now because it sounds like it'd be a good song.
This shit would have been good in 04. Like if this was on the soundtrack of ATL, I probably would have fucked with it.
Somehow he successfully nostalgia baited us all with the perfect song for the 99 and the 2000. I don't know how he did it. How is LiAngelo Ball this talented?
Can we turn this off, please?
Okay.
Lord have mercy.
Hater. By the way, #1 on trending for YouTube music. LiAngelo Ball. Ooh. GELO Ball. Yes. Now, I am also simultaneously going to give a dub to LiAngelo Ball for the simple fact that I was going to come in here and play A&R for LiAngelo. I was going to tell him what he needed to do next. I was going to tell him, hey, you need to get somebody on the remix to this song. I was going to go NBA Youngboy, but you might also be able to secure a remix with one of the original Hot Boys.
You know what? He may actually be able to afford a Youngboy feature. Now, that's good. That's it. That's it. That's probably the trust fund that Lonzo set up for him, and that's about it.
That's all you need, though, to elongate how long this song is going to work for. And then my next advice was going to be, you know, while that's pumping, get the next one going. But it seems like LiAngelo Ball's already ahead of me. Now, unfortunately, there's other people in there. That's Lonzo dancing to it, by the way. So I thought Lonzo was injured, and he's out here dancing like his none of his injuries matter anymore.
So good. Yeah. Right. So who's on the remix that you were saying?
I don't know. I was suggesting that he come out with a remix.
Oh, you saying because he got Lonzo playing it in the locker room?
Well, I was going to say, look, you got this song out right now. So the next thing you need to do, or what I was going to say, is you got this song out now. You make a remix so that you can make the next hit and have it out right when that song's done. He's already got the next hit, though. That's the problem. He's already 10 steps ahead of me. LiAngelo Ball, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know he had it in him.
I'm so sorry that we've been playing all this lackluster hip hop on the pod.
That's
today.
crazy.
I apologize.
That's
for
crazy.
all the lackluster.
LiAngelo Ball has the best song of 2025.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
We're only 5 days into 2025.
And you're still wrong.
That's crazy.
You're still wrong.
That's crazy. All right. On to my next L. I'm giving an L to Drake. Yeah, I tried to give him some positivity last week. It didn't fare out so well. And so now I'm here giving him yet another L. He dropped a freestyle that got scrapped by the label very quickly by the name of Fighting Irish Freestyle. Funny that he calls it the Fighting Irish.
Somebody
freestyle.
produced that. Who was it?
Conductor.
Conductor, yep.
So, yeah. People are posting the snippet of it like it's the actual song. But I'm going to play that for a little bit while I pull up the actual lyrics to it so we can kind of go over some of the things that he discusses.
So what did you think about the rhyme scheme thing? The fact that he stayed on the same rhyme scheme the whole time?
I don't believe it. I don't believe that Chat GPT or whatever made it. And did you see that at all?
No, I didn't see that. I was just saying I don't like that he did it. I feel like you end up, you know how you say Top Dog Law when he be like catching dementia on his rant sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel like when you focus on trying to stick on a rap scheme, eventually you lose the substance, or you end up repeating the same things over and over again. Like, I swear to God, there's a block in here where he says the same thing 3 different times. It's just a pretty way of saying people turn their backs on me. And lo and behold, that is the damn theme of the entire song.
It is.
Like, you can change or you can stick with the rap scheme, and it's impressive that you know that many words, I guess. But you literally can't change the subject because you're worried about the rap scheme. You can't talk about shit else except for, niggas not meeting up in the Hamptons like they used to, or, people cheering on your demise. And literally, that is every line of that freestyle is boo-hoo, my friends didn't help me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every line of it.
I think this, first of all, I personally felt like the bars in the song were like serviceable in the sense that like I thought they were okay. I didn't leave the song learning anything new or feeling anything new, feeling entertained. So that's the first thing. It's like, okay, I'm leaving the song not probably wanting to replay it again. I don't really care about it. There's nothing special about it. Then, obviously I'm hearing people talk about the fact that Pastor Troy's crazy.
Nigga said, who you gonna get on the remix, Pastor Troy?
No, he's going to get Young Boy or one of the Hot Boys on it.
Get Nelly on the remix.
No.
My God.
Stop it.
Get a St. Lunatic in there.
Stop it. But then, people talking about that. He was talking about LeBron on here on the freestyle about how LeBron obviously went and supported Kendrick by going to the pop out. And then obviously the bars at the end. Let's see. Him talking about the Dennis jeans come out when the vodka is flooding my system. I don't have a drinking problem. I got a subtle addiction. I got my father's habits and I got my mother's permission, are all things that seemingly allude to some of the things that Kendrick said in the Meet the Grams.
Yeah. And also, if I were like a bigger Drake fan at this point, I would probably take more offense to it. But it is kind of par for the course for me. Why is it always okay for him to talk about his father's ills as if his mother has none?
That is crazy.
It's like every bad thing you got in you attribute to your father. Nothing, but your mother raised you. Again, summer times with his father in Memphis, but literally day in, day out, 340 a year. Mommy. So everything that's negative about you came from your dad, even though you only got summer times after you were 13 with him. Just come on, man. Like, come on, bro.
And then he said, this nigga pulled a rabbit out the hat and y'all love a magician. It's funny to see you all rejoicing and hugging and kissing. What are we celebrating? I ran out the club at Edition. Nothing was the same with all you bitches and nothing's forgiven. Like, to me, it just feels like he's not okay with any of this still. And it's been months. Like, when are you ever going to get over some of this stuff? Right? Like, move on. I just wish at some level he would start spitting like this about literally anything else. Literally do something else. I think he's never going to get away from this until he actually decides it's okay. I can stop talking about this Kendrick thing. And the other part of it is, I feel like nothing Drake has put out has felt the same since this beef. I don't know if I'm alone in that, but I feel like anything he's dropped since the Kendrick beef has not felt the same. Nothing was the same. Nothing was the same since this Kendrick beef. And so, on one hand, I feel like he should get over it, but again, it's hard to get over it when the people feel the way that they do, I guess. What y'all talking about out there? Oh, shit. Y'all better be talking about that LiAngelo Ball song. I know that much. Straight crack. Love that song. I'm on the corner. Whoa, whoa. Let's see. William O like, hey, tall tees and jean shorts energy. Facts. Tall tees, jean shorts, and camo bandanas. All over, like around your neck, over your head, camo bandanas everywhere. Yeah, they hyping the hell out of LiAngelo's song. I mean, they are. But surprisingly for LiAngelo, it's actually kind of a good song. DDG and Tory Lane's song is way better. I haven't heard it. I did hear DDG had something new. I haven't heard it. Who are they gonna get on the remix? Pastor Troy getting Nelly on the remix. Yikes. I'm about to bounce with this GELO ball glazing. Blue. That's your music.
I appreciate you keeping it real,
Blue. You were there when they held it down for the 9-9 in the 2000. I know you were because I was too. So appreciate.
And y'all the same age, right?
No.
Y'all the same age.
No.
If you know he was there because you was there, then y'all the same age.
I know
age,
he was there because he's older than I am.
No, y'all the same. That's not
young.
what you just said. You said you knew he was there because you were there also, is what you literally just
said.
That
is what I said.
Right. So that would make y'all the same age.
You were there.
No, I wasn't there.
You were there.
I wasn't allowed to listen to hip hop back then.
That's not true.
It is true.
No, I know you were there. They played that at Valley Forge. Yeah.
No, the fuck they did
not. They did.
No,
they did. They did. If the UMG officially released it, DeMar and LeBron could sue for defamation. Let's not. I'm gonna lose it, Drake. I'm gonna lose it if Drake baby sister is 11 or his daughter.
They said that there might have been some lines in here about maybe Dennis having a daughter, something like that. I don't know.
Okay. Yikes! Canada Dry. Hell no. He can't rap about young girls. No, yeah, no, it's facts.
Perp minded. What up?
What up, Perp? Okay. I'm giving an L to this trend that I'm noticing. Or not trend that I'm noticing. This trend that's been happening for a while, actually, and we just never talked about it. This slight trend of Black women and getting in these relationships with these white billionaires, right? It's been happening for a while. Serena, Eve.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a picture.
Yo, did you see Eve's holiday pictures? Looks nuts in there. It looks like somebody needs to go rescue her.
Yes.
Now.
It looks real get out-ish.
For we never see Eve again.
Like, I've noticed it. This is something that I know. Like the trend of them dating white billionaires.
Like, damn, couldn't none of your family come to the fucking function?
Nobody.
Your family wasn't allowed at the damn function?
Not one Black person was
Jesus Christ.
It looked real nuts. I was like, my God, get her some help. The picture screaming, help me, nigga. That was crazy.
Also her choice, right?
It is her choice.
Also her choice.
But I just feel like, is she distancing herself from her family? Or maybe it's possible that they could have seen the family before, and this is just the family.
There, maybe like they do in multiple Christmas days.
So I have to
do that.
I have to be aware that like maybe I should mind my own business in this situation, which is something we say on the pod. But at the same time, I just think that picture looked crazy, and I'm looking for the answers, I guess, is all. I don't know.
Evie, how you do that?
Yeah,
Evie,
like none of that Eve is still in there
Evie,
anywhere at all.
How you do that? I don't even know how that girl ends up with that man, but go figure.
You know?
Go figure.
All right. Looks like this is my last L. So I don't know how knowledgeable any of you are. Oh shit! Hold on. Ugh. Thought I could get that last L in there.
See what we got going on in the chat.
Hey,
Blink twice vibes. Absolutely. Channing Tatum and that one black girl.
Yep. All right, y'all. So I don't know how many of you are aware of this trend it's probably on TikTok. I've seen it a lot on Instagram Reels, mostly because there's a sneaker reseller store here in Columbus by the name of Heat Archive that has gotten really huge off of this same content that they're creating. So basically, a person comes into the sneaker reselling store and they drop off some shoes. The person who's behind the sale place, this reseller, looks at the shoes and decides whether or not they're fake, whether or not they have too many in stock, whatever it is, and then they offer them. It's real Pawn Stars ish.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of TikToks and Instagram Reels have gotten viral off of that same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so one store, it's not that same store in Columbus, Heat Archive, it's a different store, went viral off of one that they did. A white man shows up and he has a pair of Travis Scott's. I think it was Travis Scott.
Travis Scott.
And collaborations with Nike can fetch usually a good value because they're just so popular. They're limited editions usually and things like that. And so he comes in, brings these to the reseller, and he says, yeah, these are my sons. I just came in here to kind of see what they're worth and see what I can get for them. The shoe reseller owner, black guy, looks at them and he's kind of gauging the guy. He's kind of just like, yeah, these I don't really know what these are. They look kind of, I don't know. I don't really like these. You like these? The white guy, he's an older white guy. He says, yeah, no, these are not my kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, yeah, these are kind of ugly. I don't know what I can really do with them. I'll give you $100. These shoes are worth $2,000 at least.
$2,000.
And he says, "Yeah."
What kind of shoes are they?
They're Travis Scott collaboration. They're Jordans.
Travis Scott.
I think they're Jordan 1s. They're either Jordan 1s or they're SBs.
He said, "I'll give you $100."
He said,
the reseller guy said, "Okay."
Yes. The reseller looked at him and was like, "Yeah, these are kind of ugly. There's not really much I can do with these," because he knows that the white guy doesn't know anything about these Travis Scott collaborations.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he's like, yeah, I mean, and then he looked at the box and was like, yeah, retail here says $165. And so I guess I can really only give you $100. The guy obviously not doing his research before he came into the store at what they'd be worth when resold.
He took it for $100.
He was like, all right, $100. Yeah, we need to get rid of these. That's cool.
Jesus Christ.
Now, I'll be fair. I don't trust anything online anymore. That could have been a paid actor and they just made this whole thing up. The point is, if you go into a situation like that and you're trying to resell some shoes or resell anything really, do a quick eBay search and just see what the value of your item is before you sell it for.
Yeah.
Just check it, because that would have been the difference of him getting an additional 1,000 at least. I don't know how real the video was, but I'm a huge sneaker guy.
Appreciate it, Steve.
But yeah, no, that's my W's and L's.
Dr. Umar been telling y'all about the interracial relationships. It's about the one thing that you can trust Dr. Umar on to judge accurately.
Yeah. I mean, in this case, it just looks crazy. That picture just didn't look crazy. It was crazy. Hey, that's a fact. As if very Get Out-ish. But we'll see. I don't think she's going to even explain it, but I feel like if she did explain it,
it was there to explain. That's her family now. That's her family.
None of your family is there.
That's her family now.
That is concerning.
Before they showed up, was anybody in her family a millionaire?
No.
Okay, then that's her family now.
That's concerning.
Not to her.
Like your own mama couldn't be there, or
we all know she could have been in the back.
Brothers, sisters, but conveniently,
she could have
been
while
in the picture was being taken.
Hey man, what you
Somebody walked up to her and said, "Hey, Mammy, can you go get the sweet potatoes from the kitchen? We're gonna take a picture real quick."
Hey yo, Mammy is crazy.
Somebody said something to her and got her out of the room for the picture. I don't know how y'all feel about this. I don't know how you feel about this, but Chillmonger's been telling me that we should do. He said it on the post for 2025 that we should put out Twitter posts and get other people's W's and L's before the stream.
I think we were doing it at one point in time.
I think we were too. I don't know where we were doing. I can't remember now, but he also gave some W's and L's too. I think he sent me one through DM.
While he's looking that up, we always encourage people to drop their W's and L's in the comment section. If we don't get it on the live stream, then we would definitely, circle back and review the good ones on, the following stream for sure.
Yes,
help us with the engagement. Drop them dubs and likes in the comments.
Wrestling dub to Mercedes Monet, aka Sasha Banks. This is from the Tokyo. This is from the Tokyo Dome last night. Fun fact: she's cousins with Snoop Dogg and Ray J because everybody is cousins with Snoop Dogg and Ray J.
Who knew the Norwoods and Snoop Dogg was related? I didn't.
Everybody is related to Snoop Dogg and Ray J.
Yeah, apparently.
Not everybody is related to Brandy, but everybody's related to Ray J.
And Samuel L. Jackson is related to the Jacksons.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Told off Vince McMahon, left WWE to be the highest paid woman in wrestling, holds 4 championships from 3 continents, and she tornado DDT Boba Fett.
That's dope. Yeah, she did tornado DDT Boba Fett, which was embarrassing. But
yikes.
We won't bring that back up.
No, we won't. Yeah, so that was his dub. I feel like he sent another one. I can't find it anywhere though. Anyway, this is what Black Bridgerton fans always wanted. If Ice Cube does
that is what they want.
That is what they want. If Ice Cube does a Barbershop 4, Eve will be nowhere to be found. That's a fact. Well, they did Barbershop 3, and she wasn't in it.
She wasn't.
Nicki Minaj was in it.
She said, Cube, listen, I love you, man. I just, I don't do things like that anymore. Since me and Brian got married, I've really been trying to clear up my image.
Yikes.
I don't even know if her husband's name is Brian. He looks like a Brian, though.
Dubbed a Christmas ale, by the way. I didn't think about Christmas ale once this holiday. I think it's because no snow hit the ground.
There's literally snow outside right now.
There is now, but it didn't hit it when the holidays were
Christmas, it snowed a week before Christmas.
But it wasn't on the ground during Christmas.
Okay. Excuses.
I did want to talk about this on the Pantheon stream, but what are your thoughts on these YouTubers reacting to black films? Seems to be the trend at the moment.
It is a thing. And they're creating they're almost like carving out a genre of reviewable films for non-black content. It's like hey, look, we're obviously uncultured. Let's go watch black films and review them together.
We were about to end this whole thing without even talking about Skip Bayless. Because I didn't write it in mine and you didn't write it in yours.
I didn't write it in mine.
Jesus Christ. I saw Joy Taylor trending.
We'll expand on that one in the Pantheon, Darius. That way, let's go ahead and say that. Let's talk about.
I kind of did want to talk about that too, but we gotta address the Skip Bayless situation. Okay, all right. So I'm just gonna basically go through this article from Awful Announcing, and we're just gonna talk about this situation. We're gonna roll back the layers, I guess. Skip Bayless, Joy Taylor, Fox exec named in workplace misconduct lawsuit. The lawsuit alleges Bayless made unwanted sexual advancements towards the employee, including offering her $1.5 million for that good, which is crazy.
It just something doesn't sit right with that about me.
Okay.
1.5 million. That tells me that the person that he's offering it to can't be touched. She can't be bought. It would have to be such an outrageous offer that you would have to put something down like that for her to even entertain it.
Right. And
who at ESPN is of that ilk? I can think of 2 names, one of which Skip Bayless didn't even work with. I don't think they worked there at the same time. The second one of which I just don't see that. No, it wasn't even anybody at ESPN. It had to have been at Fox Sports because remember the Joy Taylor thing.
Yeah.
So who at who in the hell?
All right, you ready? You ready to get
Go.
some more details?
Yep, let's go.
Okay. Fox Sports Executive Vice President Charlie Dixon, former FS1 host Skip Bayless, and current FS1 host Joy Taylor have all been named in a workplace misconduct lawsuit filed by a former Fox Sports hairstylist, Nushin Faraji.
I'm sorry. No, wait. A hairstylist, and I don't know the name, but is Nushin a man?
No, I think it's a woman.
So a hairstylist. Okay. All right. Well, this is making a little bit more sense, but I don't think we would have had to get up to 1.5 million.
Let's see. No,
1.5 million to sleep with the hairdresser. Skip Bayless, the guy who wakes up at 3 a.m. to run before he goes sits down for 2.5 hours and talks.
This is her.
Oh, well, still
kind of seems Skip speed,
but $1.5 million, Josh.
No, not worth it. Why does she have so many pictures of
maybe
Rachel
a date
Nichols?
to Nobu in a fancy bracelet?
Right.
My signing bonus.
She must do Rachel Nichols' hair a lot because like just all through her Instagram is pictures of Rachel Nichols. Yeah. One would think that this is Rachel up. Oh, Joy Taylor.
Uh-oh.
All right. Anyway, that's her Instagram if you want to know what we're looking at. All right. So Faraji alleges a workplace environment rife with misconduct, including incidents that were sexual in nature. Of the allegations, Faraji details years of sexual harassment from former Undisputed host Skip Bayless, who at one point propositioned her for sex by offering her $1.5 million. Faraji also claims that Bayless would give lingering hugs and kisses on the cheek while putting his body against hers and pressing against her breasts. Additionally, the lawsuit claims Bayless accused Faraji of having sexual relations with his former co-host Shannon Sharp.
Okay. I don't want to dispel any of Faraji's claims. I don't even want to talk about whether or not they're true or false right here. Just looking at this objectively, it seems like this is going to boil down to the offer for the money. A lot of this other stuff is hearsay, and she just will not have the strongest of footing when it's a he versus me type of situation. And again, that doesn't speak to whether or not it's right. It doesn't speak to whether or not she's telling the truth. Doesn't speak to whether or not Skip Bayless is innocent or guilty of all of this. But the way she's laying this out, the information that we're getting, it's going to boil down to the quid pro quo of it all. Did he offer you $1.5 million to have sex with you? Which, even given everything else that she just said, even after seeing a picture of her, which was very, very helpful to her cause, $1.5 million from a millionaire to have sex with you, when he could just as easily find a woman who looks exactly like you and pay her $10, doesn't make very much sense to me. And also, on top of that, again, the only concrete thing that she can say for sure happened or didn't happen is the offer. If she didn't have proof of the offer, why do we even file this? Why did we file this?
Okay. So Faraji also alleges that Fox Sports executive Charlie Dixon once grabbed her buttocks during a birthday party.
Oh, it's not just Skip Bayless. There's others.
This is the executive that was named.
Oh.
He grabbed her buttocks during a birthday party both were attending. When she later detailed the encounter to Joy Taylor, the Speak host allegedly told her to get over it. Some of Faraji's allegations suggest she was discriminated against based on her Muslim faith. During one incident detailed in the lawsuit, Faraji claims she met one of Bayless's advances by saying, "Skip, stop, you have a wife." Bayless then responded, "Aren't you Muslim? Doesn't your dad have 3 to 4 wives?"
Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
Ayo.
Crazy work.
That is either a misconstrued joke that was actually a bar, or that's probably the type of shit that landed him here. Again, I'm not on either side of the fence.
Yeah.
But like, it's either a joke that he told and the whole room laughed and she was able to store that as ammo for this later on, or he does shit like this all the time, and she just had that many that she could go to this, and everybody's going to know about it because he did it all the time.
According to the lawsuit, he's made remarks about her Persian descent and mocking the English pronunciation of her last name. So, I mean, it seems like there's a lot of misogynistic and racist allegations.
Yeah, but none of this is raising to the level of needing to sue over until we start talking about, yeah, I'll pay you $1.5 million to have sex with me. Yeah, I grope you in the workplace. Like, that is the stuff that's going to matter when we get down to the two of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, man. I don't know. It really is that Joy Taylor quote is something to me, because Joy Taylor I don't know who she is in real life. I don't know how she conducts herself in private.
Right.
But at least the way that she presents is very pro woman, Me Too. We fight for women type of thing. And for her to say something like that to someone in service,
mm-hmm.
right? Somebody who's part of the service staff, like she said that to another talent on ESPN, that's just gonna stay between us, because there's probably a lot of stuff that gets said between talent on ESPN that they don't want getting out, and it's mutually assured destruction.
Mm-hmm.
But you saying that to somebody who's of a lower pay grade than you, it's almost like a recipe for disaster. You're almost asking that person to use that as ammo against you.
Yeah.
And again, the public image that Joy Taylor presents does not match up with you telling a working class woman that she should overlook her sexual assault if she felt that something like that went on.
Mm-hmm.
So again, there are some hardline stances in this lawsuit, which I love, because that's either the truth, the bare bones truth, regardless of what the optics look like, or it'll be stomped out as a lie very quickly, and we don't really have to waste time deciphering through it. I like when people take hardline stances in these instances, because it's either true or it's not. And if you're lying about it, it should be easy enough to figure out if you're lying about it. And if you're not, at least you're honest,
Yeah. MoFly says she's trying to Me Too Skip. William Moloch says, I have no idea who Joy Taylor is, but the internet is saying Skip always looks like he hates her. Breck Warren says, I'm surprised by Joy because she's a domestic abuse survivor.
Right. And again, for her to say something to that, to another woman, a working class woman who makes a quarter of what she makes at that company, it either was frivolous or all of that shit that Joy Taylor be talking about, or she presents that as bullshit.
Yeah. And it could go either way, realistically.
Yeah, I mean, $1.5 million is a lot. For soliciting sex from a coworker. That's insane.
Skip, you can probably go down the street and find them for way less than 1.5.
Like, he could probably look up her salary, double it, and be nowhere near $1.5 million. Not even close. Not close to $500,000. So where that came from has to be explained, man. We got to get some more background on that.
It's simple.
Did he pull you into a room and be like, yeah, Narasia or whatever? What was her name? Phasia? Or I'm fucking it up now.
It is where is it? Nushin Faraji.
Nushin. Okay. Jesus Christ.
I may be butchering that still.
Nushin. Yeah, pull you into a room. Hey, listen, I like shit and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way or the hard way. I can pay you $1.5 million, or is that the way it went down? Or
it's simple.
Was it an offhanded joke? Was it like, man, looking good today, Narisha? I sure would pay $1.5 million of my signing bonus for that. Which is inappropriate, right?
That's so bad.
And it's still punishable.
Yes.
But is it an offer, a real life offer to have sex with you for $1.5 million? No. And you'd have to be foolish to believe that.
It's simple, though. Skip just doesn't know what Backpage is.
Anyways, do you think that this had anything to do with the parting of the ways from Fox Sports here recently?
Possibly. But what, like, I don't know how. So they just find...
I mean, that'd be a hell of a coincidence.
They just find the hairstylist, tell her, hey, Skip's leaving, so do something about it.
No, or, I mean, if it's just coming out now, then the parties who are involved have known about it for months.
Well, apparently she's got a decade worth of...
No. I mean the lawsuit.
Okay.
If we're hearing about this now, then
The
they've
lawsuit's
known
been in
the
work.
parties
Yeah, I got you, I
involved
got
have
you.
known about the lawsuit well before it ever
Yes.
hit the pages of
For sure.
awful announcing. So
Yeah.
I have to believe it played a role because it's too close to his parting of ways.
Mm-hmm.
The way that they worded the parting of ways, they didn't call it a firing necessarily to alert people,
Resigning,
but they didn't call it a resigning either to
retirement.
make it seem like it wasn't. It was just his choice. They didn't call it a retirement.
Yeah, it's a parting of ways, a mutual
Yeah.
parting of ways. That's kind of crazy.
I had to think it played a role.
I can see that. All right. Anything else we're gonna discuss? Should we play LiAngelo Ball out?
She multiplied his age by the amount offered. That's crazy.
That is crazy. That is insane.
No, that's it for me, man. Give us your guys' thoughts on today's dubs and L's. Give us your dubs and L's again in the comment prompt. Put them in the prompt below. Again, we are here every Sunday doing dubs and L's behind the cape segments. I have different clips and stuff posted throughout the week. Make sure you meet up here with us next Sunday. Do it all again.
Absolutely. Make sure you check out our W's and L's playlist where we talk about things from previous weeks and we talked about before. And also make sure you subscribe. Like you said, we like to do this every Wednesday at 10. And don't ask us about our research. Can't research Jello Ball. You feel me? Play it. Play it.
Can't research Jello Ball. Okay, I'm out of here.
I'm a swerve on the corner. Whoa, whoa. Peace out, y'all.